You ever just like been so thirsty that you like, I can't even talk until I get a sip of water? Girl, now I can talk. What's up, Kings? NappyFu all up on your screen. Today is a That Nap Life video. I need to take this down. The Afro Twist I installed a month and 1 week ago. And this is what it's looking like. Very much ready to get up out of my scalp. Contour is seeping through. You can see some new growth. You can also see some of the hair has slid down. A lot of puffity puff. You know what's up. A lot of y'all already seen the video. If you haven't, done! Yay! Hallelujah! As far as initial reaction, it looks like super chunky passion twist to me. Very, very coily. But this sucker, it feels light than, girl, it feels light than a mug. It feels so light. That is what it looks like, and you should check it out. In that video, I gave y'all a 1 week update, and here we are a month later, and I have another update, okay? So let's get into it. I'm gonna take her down. Let's waste no time. You ready? NappyFu checking in. Let go. This week I was inspired by the book of Romans, chapter 10, verse 10. For with the heart a person believes, resulting in righteousness, and with the mouth he confesses, resulting in salvation. Amen. So let me go ahead and start taking my hair down. I just want to chat with y'all as I'm doing it. Okay, I'm kind of sad to see this hair go. I really am.
Hey, it is Editing Grace. If you're new to the channel, hey, I hope you like today's chit chat video because it's definitely chatty. But those been rock with me for a minute, yes, this is an old video. It's from 2022. Completely forgot about this video. I found it in my hard drive and I felt like the topics are still relevant to today. So listen to it like it's a podcast because I'm just chit-chatting, taking my hair down. I hope you do join into the conversations as I dump the things that are just flowing through my brain. Okay, let's continue.
Not so sad, but sad. Sad because it's been so easy with it. Like just throw it up in a style. Throw it over here. Throw it over there. Throw it here. So that leads me to our conversation about the natural hair community and how I kind of feel like we should just be like left alone. And what's crazy, I think we should be left alone by our own people. On YouTube, I had set a poll, and the poll was this. And the one that y'all, as you can see, by 3 extra votes, y'all chose for me to talk about leaving the natural hair community. Now let me tell y'all something. This is literally just a topic I'm doing off top of my head. I haven't mapped out my thoughts or anything like that. Just from the thousands of videos that I see of people saying, I'm over the natural hair community, I'm leaving the natural hair community, the natural hair community didn't do me right, and all these other negative titles. Every time I see that stuff, one, I barely watch any of those videos. The only ones I have, The only ones I have watched were of YouTubers that maybe I already was following. And I'm not gonna lie, as much as I don't like the fact that they did a video too, I still watched it anyway in support. And some of them, I hear your points, I hear it, and I hear you. But overall, most of those videos are never just that positive. Like most of them are how the natural hair community doesn't show enough love. The natural hair community are big bullies. The natural hair Nazis. It's just too hard. Then, you know, people talk about how the natural hair community has the whole hair typing system and that kind of causes more division. Because the fact is, at the end of the day, the natural hair community, if we just want to really simplify it for what it really is, it's a community of people who's wearing their natural hair. That is it. That's how I see it. Now, all this other stuff, cattiness, division, bullying, that's not the natural hair community. That's the people. But the community itself is all about those who wear their natural hair. Okay, so that's what I think. Ooh, I have a lot of matting. Jesus, I think my hair started to lock. No, you see that? Ah! Let me get the oil.
One eternity later.
All right, y'all, sorry I had to work that one off camera just to make sure it didn't like lock, but I was able to get most of it out. Shout out to oil. That's the plug, okay? I have a whole video on how I detangle after a wash day with oil, so make sure you do what? Check it out. Where did I left off at? I forgot, y'all. Let's just take a step back. When I started back in the when did I start this channel? Back in the early 2000s or whatever. I was looking for people who rock their natural hair. Found them and it helped. That's all it is. But the natural hair community is not something you leave. It's not something you, it's like saying I'm no longer gonna be black. As long as you're black, you're black. You're part of the black community. As long as you're black, you're black. As long as you have natural hair, you're in the natural hair community. That's it. Now oh yeah, y'all. Pause. This hair, I only had it for a month and I have a little matting. I don't understand. This would have not happened with my Marley twist hair. I don't know about this hair, man. But anyway, but yeah, I'm just kind of like, at the end of the day, with the natural hair community, what is there to really, when people say they want to leave, I'm just kind of like, okay, leave. Go ahead and go. Because a lot of times and I'm not trying to be mean, but I'm just kind of like, leave so that us that are still a part of it, we can still stay encouraged. Because at the end of the day, my experience with the natural hair community is nothing negative. I have very, very positive experience. The natural hair community is something I'm consistently and daily inspired by. I receive a lot of great tips, hair education, hairstyles, okay, encouragement. You know, when you see someone else in the community doing something you kind of thought you probably couldn't do, but then you see they do it with their hair, you're like, you know what? I probably can do that. I probably can make it work. I'm not looking for all that other kind of stuff. I'm not looking for the negative side. I'm not looking for the natural hair, quote unquote, natural hair Nazis. I'm not looking for the ones who hate their hair. I don't watch those videos. When somebody say, I hate my 4C hair, then girl, keep it to yourself. Keep that to yourself, because there's people out here who are still on level 1 trying to learn how to love their hair, and here you are talking about how much you hate it, and you're crying and complaining about how hard it is and how difficult it is. I'm like, is it difficult because you're not accepting her as she is? Is it difficult because you're trying to make your kinks no longer kink? You trying to make your coils no longer coil up? You trying to make your fro no longer fro? Keep on fighting something that is meant to be. Your hair is meant to be as kinky as it is. Your hair is meant to be as coily as it is. And if you keep on fighting it, then of course it's going to be hard. Of course you will hate it because you haven't accepted your hair like it is. Somebody tell me, have you ever thought about leaving the natural hair community? The way I hear that question is, have I ever thought about perming my hair? Have I ever thought about relaxing my hair? No, of course not. Like, no. I have decided to go back to my natural hair, and there is no turning back. Why would I go back to something that is unhealthy, unnatural, and still requires upkeep anyway? Like, why would I go back to something that's full of chemicals that can seep into my pores, get into my brain? Why would I go back to something that has been proven to cause cancer? Like, why would I go back to the creamy crack? Having natural hair alone is still something that is spoken against a lot. To where even jobs, schools won't even let people wear their natural hair. So clearly you can tell being in your natural hair or rocking your natural hair is still a threat to a lot of people. So when you have people bold enough to stay in the natural hair community, stay with their natural hair, and then share about it with other people, I want those kind of videos to be boosted to the top a lot more than the ones who want to leave. Let's talk about the hair typing system. I've spoken about it. I have a whole video that talks about the hair typing system. I don't know. When the hair typing system came about, true. Okay, yeah, so he didn't have us on there. Okay, yeah. But we're there. We added ourselves, just like we should. Nobody wants to make room for you? That's cool. Make room for yourself. That's what 4C Hair did. Hair typing system is just a system for you to identify what is growing out of your hair. Because I got to learn that I'm 4C. That taught me why my hair was never looking like Tracy Ellis Ross. Why it never looked like the Alicia Keys. Why it didn't look all fluffy. Well, no, it is fluffy. But why it never looked shiny and had a O curl. Because it's not supposed to. This is kinky hair. This is Team Kings. What makes some people hate the system is because of people. You have people say, oh no girl, I don't have 4C hair, girl. I have 4A, okay? Ignorant people like that is what causes others to hate the hair typing system. People that have a whole bunch of internal hate within them that they haven't dealt with. And because they haven't dealt with it, they're trying to pour it onto us. Deal with your issues so you can stop causing issues for others.
Message!
There's a reason why you see a lot of videos really trying to encourage the 4C crew, because I don't know why they keep on trying to come for us. They always try to make it seem like our hair is the tight hair type to not be desired. Another reason I see people leave the natural hair community is because they simply don't like their hair. And you know how they say, well, you know, if you just don't like this, if you just don't want to do this, if you just don't like this, it's okay. Just go ahead and go. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't agree. I don't think it's okay that you don't like your natural hair. Because 9 times out of 10, the reason you don't like your natural hair is because you have unrealistic expectations of it. So let's get to the actual issue. Why do you have unrealistic expectations of your hair? Most people who have very realistic expectations of their hair, they know what their hair does. They know what it's about. They know the entire mechanism of their hair. They know what it does, what it doesn't do. They know what they want to do with it and what they don't want to do with it. 9 times out of 10, you're not talking about leaving it because you understand it. I kind of feel like people that do leave it, they just have the wrong expectations, or they have some insecurities within them that they have not dealt with, and it's coming out and they're taking it out in the form of their hair. It's say, oh, you know, it's just too hard, girl. It's hard taking care of it. It's not hard taking care of natural hair. I might have talked about it being hard in the beginning when I didn't understand contour, but now that I fully understand it, it's not hard taking care of her because I've accepted her just as she is. It's only hard to deal with your hair when you just like, when somewhere inside of you wish your hair was something different. Somewhere inside of you wish you had softer curl. You had natural baby hair. You wish that your hair was longer. You wish that your hair had more volume. You wish that your hair was higher in density. You wish that your hair was thicker. You wish your hair, whatever it is you wish your hair did, that voice is speaking a lot louder than the voice that's telling you, this is how I am. This is how your hair is. I have this friend who, as long as I've been knowing her, which is for years, I can count on just a few times I've seen her natural hair. And why is it like that? Because she don't like her natural hair. I have literally heard her say she doesn't want to rock her natural hair because she has that kinky texture. And I told her, I was like, that's sad. Let me tell you something. I thank God that I love my beautiful self as I really am, because I'll be able to teach this to my daughters and my sons to accept themselves just like they are. But I'll be a straight hypocrite if I'm trying to teach my kids to love themselves as they are, flaws and all, and I don't do that for me. This world will make you feel like your looks hold some type of weight. Your looks don't matter. Doesn't matter at all. Makeup, weave, coloring your hair, all of that stuff ain't real. You are actually beautiful in real life with none of that. You're beautiful not because of how this looks, but because of your inside. It's right here, right here. What is these, really, what's this doing? Because as you clean your heart up more of all the filth this world likes to put into it, the better you will see, the better you will look at life, the more realistic and more real, the clearer you will see yourself and you will see others. With natural hair community, my thing is, okay, I know earlier I said, then leave. But I encourage you not to leave, actually. I encourage you to do the work to accept your hair as it is and spread that love throughout the world. I encourage you to, when you find yourself wanting to leave or wanting to get rid of it, write down the reasons you have for why, and then read it back to yourself a few times. And you might realize the reasons you want to leave is not a true reflection of your actual hair. It's too hard. That's not your hair. It doesn't curl the way I want it to. That's not your hair. It's too thin. That's not your hair. It's too thick. That's not your hair. And what I mean by that is it's too this or it's too that. Your hair is thin. That's what it is. It's not a too thin. It's thin. That's it. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you was given. Love it. Your hair is too thick. It's not a too thick. It's just thick. That's what it is. What you was given. Your hair, my hair doesn't curl enough. Your hair, it's no such thing as your hair doesn't curl enough. It doesn't curl. It coils. That's your hair. Love it. Accept it. And watch how your natural hair journey becomes a lot easier for you. You're not going to be sitting here talking about how you want to leave a natural hair community. No, you're not going to be talking about all that. You're not going to be eyeing the creamy crack from your left eye. You're not going to be looking at it like that. In my opinion, this brain dump is just me thinking about how brainwashed we can be because of the stuff that we see in media. Remember, or I don't know, I was taught this in a Bible study. Right? The media, social media, TV, television media, commercials, all of that is considered media. In media, if you break it down, is like a medium. And mediums do what? They bring you stuff. They feed your eyes, your ears, stuff. And once it's fed, it goes within you. It goes into you, right? And maybe not initially, but eventually, what you saw, what you heard, starts to manifest itself into your life, into your way of thinking. And you don't realize it. Like I used to think to myself, I can listen to all kind of music and it won't really affect me. Lies. That was my ignorance talking. That's very much not true. Just like when I hear a praise and worship song, you are Alpha and Omega. I start to feel something. Same way if I was to sing a ratchet song, okay? INDEPENTEN. I start to feel something. It starts to feed you in a way and you don't realize it, okay? It starts to take a place in the way you think. I say all this because the more you feed your brain, your eyes, your mind with things that allows you to live in your truth, the less complicated things will be for you. So since we're talking about hair, let me just focus more on that. The more you feed your mind, your brain, your eyes, everything, your soul with the things that allow you to see your hair, to see your kinks, your coils, your curls in its truth, the simpler and more enjoyable your natural hair journey will be for you, okay? A video ago, I can't remember which one exactly, but I had said if watching girls who don't have your hair texture makes you look at your hair texture in a negative light, stop watching them. You are not able to emotionally handle it yet, okay? And I really mean that, because if I ever watch someone's hair and I'm looking at it like, oh my gosh, I wish I had that hair, I need to turn that off immediately. Power off. You're not feeding me. It's not helping me. It's not allowing me to accept my curls and what it does on a regular basis. I just think it's a dangerous place to be when you are desiring someone else's stuff more. Or let me put it like this. When you're simply desiring someone else's hair. And what I mean by that is what I said. Desire, you desire it. I wish. And a lot of times when you say the words I wish, I desire, it's accompanied with a certain emotion that's not always positive. Because then you look at your hair, you're like, oh, but I love my coils though. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. Don't say that to try to cover up. You're not at that place of loving it yet. You need to get there though. Y'all know I kind of struggle with insecurities. I was bullied when I was younger. Insecurities, low self-esteem, and all of those things that makes you feel like you're at the lowest part of the bucket. But God, God is the one who saved me, period. And one thing I started to do is I stopped making it seem as if someone else's whatever is more than my own, okay? I stopped looking at a girl who everybody is calling beautiful. I stopped looking at her as if she's more beautiful than me. She's not. She's just beautiful, but so am I. Now let's talk about natural hair. I stopped looking at people with softer or looser curl patterns. I stopped looking at their hair as if it's prettier than mine, as if it's better than mine. I stopped looking at it like that because the truth is, it's not better than mine. It's not superior than mine. It's not more prettier than mine. It's none of that lies. It's their hair and it's pretty, and these are my coils and it's pretty. Period. That's it. That's all. Because believe it or not, people with the curlier texture, they also have their struggles too. And I'm gonna throw this in there too. There are people with curlier texture. There are people with a looser texture who wish they had a tighter texture. Y'all gotta stop that too. My tight texture is not better than your loose texture, and your loose texture is not better than my tight texture. There's no comparison. And that is, ooh, girl, that quote, comparison is definitely the thief of joy. So that's something I started doing. I stopped comparing. Because at the end of the day, there really is no comparison. You are you. I am I. You have your hair, I have my own. You take care of yours the way you do, I take care of mine the way that I do, okay? So, let me finish this up real quick, y'all, because if I keep on talking, what's gonna happen? I'm gonna be up all night, y'all, girl. I gotta work in the morning. I'm taking this down on a Tuesday, y'all, because that's how much I knew this hair needed to come down, girl. I was like, I can't go another day, and I'm glad I'm taking it down now, because in the front, it seemed like I had more matting up there, but the back is just a little bit less. Overall, this hair though is really pretty and all that whatnot. But for twisting my hair, like I'm gonna keep on saying the same thing. I'm not using this hair again. No ma'am, no sir. I'm gonna stick to my expressions, okay? All right, let me finish up real quick and I'm gonna come back. All right, I have made it to the very last one, y'all. And overall, when it comes to the natural hair community, I'm just kind of like, natural hair community is, to me, is good. It's A1, it's golden. Nothing's wrong with it. But what the natural hair community defines is people who have decided to rock their natural hair without any apology, boldly, lovingly. And they're working every day to accept what naturally grows out of their hair and not just saying I love my hair, but secretly you envying someone else's. So yeah. Thank y'all for joining for today's discussion. Y'all know how these brain dumps go. I just be jumping from topic to topic to thought, and I hope you are jumping with me. I look forward to seeing y'all responses in the comment box below. I hope it blessed you. Go ahead and join the discussion. Let me know your thoughts about some of the stuff that I said. At the end of the day, everything I said, you know, is my opinion, you know, and it comes from a place of love. So if y'all feel attacked by anything I said, I really don't know what to say to response to that. Because even if I say I'm sorry, I'm not really sorry because these are just my thoughts, you know. These are just the things that I think, and you can't be apologetic for giving your thoughts on something. If I'm wrong about something, okay, then I'm wrong. I need to make sure I educate myself, but this is how I'm flowing. But anyway, y'all, thank y'all for joining for today's discussion. I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, remember, y'all, in order to have a healthy mind, body, soul, hair, skin, nails, teeth, everything, you got to do healthy things consistently. And for checking out, deuces. Bye.